Welcome back to our survival Minecraft world. It has been a minute since I last recorded for a video in this world because I've been working on Bounty Hunters mini series that you might have seen on my channel. But while I haven't been recording videos, I have been streaming and we built a bunch of paths all the way along here over to the mob spawner and also all the way down the hill, all the way over to the nether portal. And just generally doing things like resource gathering. We managed to get we traded for mending books and we got mending on like all of our gear. And it's been really great. We're streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. So you should definitely come check out a stream if you haven't already. So I'm thinking for today's episode, I really want to work on a farming village area. Ready for the farmer villagers over on the hill over there who have been doing such a good job trading crops to us that we can get emeralds to buy all of those mending books. And I'm thinking somewhere around the water over here, we're going to build some kind of little farming village, build them a couple of houses, get a bunch of crop fields. We have some temporary ones down there and the temporary sugarcane and like the cows. And there's a lot of farming things around that are just a mess. And I think it would be great if we could get those villagers get a proper place for the farming villagers to go. But something that I want to do in this episode before we get onto the building part, I'm thinking since we're using the villagers a lot and they're doing such a great job for us, if we could get even better trade deals from them by letting them get eaten by a zombie and then curing them up again. So if we want to cure these villagers or zombify them and then cure them, we're definitely going to need to get ourselves a bunch of resources. We need splash potions of weakness. We're going to need a bunch of golden apples. We have 6 clerics. We have 4 farmers, a librarian and a cartographer. And I'm thinking that the nether might be a really good place for us to collect up enough gold we need. And also we need some quartz to make the automatic farms that we're going to work on later in this episode anyway. So I think let's start by heading into the nether to collect up all the resources that we need. So I was doing my resource collecting on a live stream. And unfortunately, that means I wasn't recording and I didn't catch the fact that we found a bastion right by our nether portal spawn. And not only was it a bastion, but it was a treasure bastion. So of course, we had to try and go for the treasure in the middle. We were here for gold after all, so this seemed perfect until the magma slimes, they got me. And unfortunately, I lost basically all my stuff into the lava. But I did manage to recover somehow and come back and grab the gold. And I also managed to find netherite upgrade templates and netherite ingot, which we're going to use later. We have all 6 of our clerics nicely in these boats. We're going to use the brewing stand. We're going to load this up. So we need, I think it's fermented spider's eye, potion of weakness, there it is. And then we had gunpowder and that should make it into splash potions of weakness. And then we just have to go get ourselves a zombie to turn all of you guys into zombies. Come with me, zombie. This way. You can get in here. It's working. It's working. I have realized that this might be about to go really badly for me. Ah! No. This is, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. I forgot I was about to be stuck in a room. I could just let these zombies out, right? Why did I do this to myself? Yeah, it worked. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, how do I get past? I need to get over there. Here we go. I can get into the middle of them. So let's go 1 here. Did I get you? I did get you. And then if I throw 1 there, I might be able to get you and you and you. Yes. Okay. We got all 6 of them. Look at them shivering away, curing. Now we have to stand here and we have to make sure that they keep looking at me so they don't attack each other. We got the cleric villagers. We got them curing. That wasn't too bad at all. I have to stay here so that they don't just zombify each other again. Oh, there it is. There it is. Zombie doctor. We got our first villager and our second one in. Yeah, there we go. We have got them cured. They're not as much better as I thought they were going to be. We can get ender pearls for 1. We can get the bottle of enchanting for 1. That's really big. We can let these guys out of their boats now. We're not going to do this process again because I'm fairly sure. I think you can just cure once now. Back to all your brewing stands. They're so happy. Look at them all up on their little tables, standing up on the tables, just like they love. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for letting me kill you and then bring you back to life again. Next up, let's cure the farmer villagers as well. And we need to protect them from the iron golems. There are so many iron golems around in this farm. Oh, look how perfectly they went into that boat. Oh my gosh. I couldn't have done... That never happens with villagers. They're usually a nightmare to work with. What are we going to do about you? Because I need to get a zombie in here and you're going to be a problem. Can I do this? Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Is this hole not big? There we go. There we go. No, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Oh my goodness. I forgot I put a door here. Let's break a hole in the wall and see if we can like check them out. Okay. Okay. So all of our village, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All 6 of them. Now we just have to wait. We just have to sit and watch them again. So now that we're done with all of the villager curing, I'm going to just take a second to upgrade one of my tools with the netherite and the upgrade template that we found in that bastion. We're going to upgrade our silk touch pickaxe. We've got ourselves our first netherite tool. I did clone a bunch and we also got netherite scrap, and we'll have to do some netherite mining at some point to upgrade all of the rest of our tools and our armor once we've repaired everything back up with mending and stuff from the terrible, unfortunate death in the bastion. And so with that, I think it is about time that we move on to actually finally building our farmer villagers a lovely home to live in just over there on the water edge. And of course, we need to add in a whole bunch of farms as well. Let's get to building. Here we have our farmer villager's house over here. There is a windmill over on the other side. You can see just peeking out. But on this side, it's just plain and we have the front door. And then over here, we have a bunch of empty crop fields ready for all the crops we planted, as well as I'm going to put pumpkins and melons in over here. And we have some little animal pens. The sheep were already over here, so I've brought them. Oh, so I just popped them into their enclosure. We got to bring the cows over from all the way up on the hill up there. And we got to fill out all of these crop fields. And luckily, I have been collecting up seeds and potatoes and carrots, and this is what we're going to fill the crop fields with. Actually, I don't think this is going to be enough, but we're going to try. I'm thinking I'm going to add a little bit more texture than just the same crop over and over. Like maybe we add some of the new like dry grass in with the wheat. Let's just fill these fields out with the crop that is going to be in them to start with, because I'm pretty sure I'm actually not going to be able to fill them all out, and we're going to have to wait for them to grow anyway. So we can decorate while we wait for them to grow. Starting to go a little bit cross-eyed. All I can see is dirt. My eyes. Okay, so I definitely had enough seeds to finish the wheat, but we ran out of carrots and we ran out of potatoes like halfway through. So we'll have to wait for those ones to grow. It is also raining, perfectly timed rain. And then this patch here, we are going to have pumpkins and melons growing. I did kind of a bad job at like hoeing the ground here. We'll fix all of that. But I think we're going to just mix them in together and decorate around this. Just make this more of a decorative thing. We're not going to be using this to actually harvest pumpkins and melons, because we're going to build ourselves an automatic pumpkin and melon farm, probably underneath the house here. So let's head up to the village, because I've been growing pumpkins and melons up here. Yep, there they are. So I should just be able to grab some and get a bunch of seeds. Oh, and the rain just stopped and the rainbow is out. I love the rainbow. This is one of my favorite parts about using shaders. I want them to be kind of mixed up together so that we don't have like two of the same thing. We'll see how they grow and we can always tweak this. This is very much for decoration. I'm not really sure what the distribution is going to be like with that. So I'm gonna let them grow and then we'll see what they end up looking like. We have some decorating to do, but we also have the more important task of bringing the villagers from all the way up there on the hill in their village all the way over here so that they can live in their nice new home. Now let's see if we can lure these farmer villagers using composters. I'm going to try and do what we did to get the clerics over and kind of just make a line of composters. Hopefully the villagers will follow the trail of job blocks because that's usually what they do. They've all seemed to have found a specific composter. So that's going well. Now we just have to get them moving this way. We just have an extra straggler who's coming along for the journey. They are sort of understanding the assignment, kind of. Somehow we have ended up with 5 farmer villagers. One of those that little straggler has taken a job. No, don't go back to bed. No. Look, I have beds for you. I have beds for you here. Okay, somehow I have lost a villager and I'm also about to starve to death. Just a little bit further. Okay, we have 2 of you in. I've got this like temporary fence gate for them. Keep them in here. You have your little things. Let's put some beds in here for you. Wait, where's my other one gone now? Oh my gosh, I'm losing villagers all over the place. No, I had traded those guys up and cured them. Well, somehow I have managed to lose 2 of my 4 villagers. I can't believe I lost 2 whole villagers. Now, lastly, before we work on the pumpkin melon farm, I do also need to bring the cows over here. So let's grab some wheat and then we just have to lure all of these cows all the way from here over to there. It's going to be really nice. Come with me. I know last episode I also talked about maybe getting all of the different variants of cows or whether we should keep them in their natural habitats. And I think we're going to keep them in their natural habitats. For now, we're going to just keep the regular or I guess they're not regular anymore. They are the temperate biome cows and sheep. We're going to keep it to just these guys. I just kind of feel bad taking them out of their natural homes, you know? And I think you guys agreed with me on that one. Yay, we've pretty much got most of them in your nice new little pen. Here, have some wheat. Is that one of my farmers? Hey! Oh my gosh! How did you get down here? Okay, how do we get you out of here is the question. Use the composter as a staircase. You got this. There's a nice new home for you this way. I can't believe we found one of them at least. We have to put 3 beds out for them now. Wait, what? Oh my God. I have open windows. The farmers have climbed out the window. Obviously, the farmers are climbing out the window. Of course they are. Where's the other one gone now? No, oh no. Well, that's no good. Now I've lost 3. Aha. There's the other one. Okay, they haven't gone far. I realized my mistake. I was trying to make the windows look pretty and I didn't think about making it villager proof. Maybe we just have to put their beds somewhere else. And they're not allowed in this side of the house. Maybe. That's it. In you come. This just might have to be your home. You want to climb out the windows? You're going to be trapped to this part of the house. But we can upgrade you. We can upgrade you with these trades. And there we go. Does that mean are we going to unlock golden carrots finally? Golden carrots, yes! Finally have a good food source that is actually not going to run out and we don't have to keep breeding up cows constantly. And oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm so happy. Not so happy that I somehow lost 2 whole villagers and almost just lost the other 2, forgetting that they can climb out of windows, obviously. But I'm super happy that we now have golden carrots, that we can get all our food from these villagers and we can get a bunch of emeralds from them if we just trade the pumpkins and melons, which is bringing me to the last thing that I want to get done in this episode. I keep talking about it. We need to get an automatic pumpkin and melon farm set up. Just a little one underground under the house, just so that we have a constant supply of pumpkins and melons to trade for emeralds so that we can get our golden carrots to eat. So I had to go and mine up a little bit more redstone, but I think this is everything that we need now to make ourselves an automatic pumpkin melon farm, minus the pumpkin and melon seeds, which we can just grab from here. Good job, we have a bunch of these growing. There's probably too many here. And we are going to build this farm in here. We have a 3rd farmer villager. That's good. I gave these guys some bread, so that's perfect. But in here, I made a little trapdoor down here, and I'm thinking directly under this house is going to be a good place to build this farm. I've made a farm like this a few times, so I think I can probably do this from memory. And I know one of the big things with pumpkin melon farms is you have to have the observers like facing downwards, like looking down at where they are going to be growing. So I think I'm going to kind of try and build this like from the top down instead of digging the whole thing out right away. I can put them on this level and be like, I know that the pumpkin melons are going to go below here. And it's always a pain to do this after, if you dig out the whole thing, it's always a super pain to do this after the fact. Uh-oh, I have hit something in the above. You may be a little too close to the surface, maybe. Okay, we have all the observers in, and we just had the redstone, and then the pistons will go in between here with a block on top. But we have to do the pistons facing the other way, so we'll do those once. We'll do those from the other side. We got to dig a little bit further down now to make the actual place we're going to grow the pumpkins. Now I just have to make sure that I plant the crops in the right place. So we need them to grow. The pumpkins and melons should grow under the observers. So we have to hoe the ground where the... Nope, that's the wrong way around. That's the wrong way. I need to hoe under the observers because they need to grow where the pistons are going to be. And I've got the light levels up just to check that we're definitely getting enough light here. Otherwise, they won't grow. We need to put the pistons facing down. So we have to do them like this. Yep, that works. And that should be all of them. That should be all of the little plants in. We can get out of there from now and stop getting squished by the pistons. Now we just have to dig out underneath here so that we can also fit a minecart rail running around under here. I did not make enough rails. And I also didn't make a hopper minecart. Okay, let's go get those things. And that should be everything. And hopefully we will start collecting pumpkins and melons in this chest very, very soon once this is all grown. While we wait for that to grow, I've been looking at these crop fields out here and they just kind of all look a bit... Yeah, these crop fields just kind of look like big blobs of crops. And I think we need to break this up a bit. We've got some decorations. We've kind of got like some fence edge parts to the crop fields, but I think I would like to add some more decoration in the field itself and some more just variation. So I think I'm going to add some flowers into some of the fields, and I really love the alliums and also these azure bluettes. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to bone meal over here and see if I can collect up a bunch of these. I don't want to ruin the landscape here because this is right in front of my house. And then I'm thinking we have like a different flower for each of the crop fields to kind of distinguish between what we're growing there. I'm definitely going to set up a flower farm as well. Oh, wait, we're getting the wildflowers growing as well here. I'm definitely also going to set up some flower farms. That will be a project to do in this world at some point. We have the flower forest right over the hill from the house. And we also have some of these meadow flowers, wildflowers as well, to continue on the path down there. So we get some wildflowers around the edge of the path. This definitely needs to come in here. We're going to have to connect this path up as well. I kind of stopped right here because it was just a little bit too far away, and I don't know exactly what's going to go between here and there yet, but we will have to do that at some point. You go through these wildflowers so quickly, you don't realize. It's the same with pink petals. You just sort of spam them along like this, and then before you know it, you are totally out. So I think I want to try and put like a little strips, little lines through the fields just to make this feel I didn't want to break all of those, just to make this feel a little bit more natural. I'm thinking if we break it up into kind of rows, and then we can add in some little flowers in here. Maybe also some just grass. We could bone meal. Roof view. Yes, I think that looks really good. I like that. Yeah, just like little, if we do that a few times, we get little like lines, almost like plow lines for the fields as well. Okay, there we go. Now we have little carrot flowers and little stripes in that looks so much better than just a big block of carrots all over the place. We got to do the other two now, and I think the dry grass is perfect for the wheat field. And then I decided to go with alliums for the potato field because sometimes potato flowers can be purple, and I wanted them to be different from the carrots, so we went with alliums over here, and all of the crop fields now are totally finished with their additional little like stripes in them. I also added these like hay bales for the wheat field, which I think looks fun, and I also totally overhauled the pumpkin melon patch. I'm just waiting for them to grow back in again, but it just felt like there were way too many here, and I don't need this to harvest pumpkins and melons. This is just purely aesthetic. So I wanted to make this way more decorative. We've got some bushes. We've kind of got these leaves as if we have like trailing vines, because pumpkins and melons kind of grow in like big patches and clusters of like leaves and vines and stems, and then there'll be a pumpkin or a melon. So I thought this was way better representative of that. And since we have our little automatic farm under here now, it doesn't matter so much if it's efficient. Let's go check on it now that we mention it. We've been building for a little while, and it looks like these ones haven't grown at all. I'm wondering if they need more light. Some of them have grown, and we are getting some harvest in here as well, which is amazing. And of course, then we can trade them with these farmer villagers, and then we can buy a bunch more golden carrots. This is such a good little farm. This is the perfect little food farm. This new villager, we need to trade with you. We're going to trade you up as well and get you to be selling golden carrots too. This is definitely the best view of them, and I'm really glad that I did add those changes and add in the stripes and the extra bits. We could probably add a few more in around the back and around here. And I'm super happy with how the build turned out and this whole area turned out. I'm trying to keep like a consistent style like in this area. So the block palette for this build is exactly the same as for the starter house. We should definitely get some trees, some more cherry blossom trees over here as well. Still a lot of work to do in this area. And that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed making this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.